Is the Nordic diet the healthiest on earth? Thank you for joining us for another Bank of Cardiff newscast. If the old maxim, "you are what you eat," holds any water, then new evidence would suggest that rather than sticking to the oft-touted Mediterranean diet, we should instead be eating like Vikings. It seems that not only are we destined to envy the Scandinavians, their model prisons, schools and healthcare system, but we should also aspire to their eating habits if we want to live longer and healthier lives. It's all about switching to a more natural plan. If you're imagining chowing down on reindeer and soused herring though, you might want to think again, as following a Nordic diet requires neither a preoccupation with pickled fish nor regular trips to IKEA. Developed more than 10 years ago by a group of Danish chefs and nutritionists working on the University of Copenhagen's OPUS project, the aptly titled New Nordic Diet was created to promote better mental and physical health through a, quote, regional-based diet and food culture, unquote. So far, so Scandinavian. But what does it really entail? Well, helpfully enough, there's a 10-point manifesto to study, plus guidelines that sum up the movement's basic principles, which essentially boil down to greater consumption of fruit, vegetables, fish and whole grains, together with the introduction of more organic, seasonal and home-cooked produce where possible. The study advocates eating less meat but of high quality and producing less waste. There are in fact plenty of similarities with the Mediterranean diet. The moderate consumption of fat, the use of omega-rich oils like rapeseed, canola, and the emphasis on fresh, seasonal vegetables. And it's not that Mediterranean vegetables are off limits in any way, more that because olives and tomatoes don't grow in Scandinavia, they're not part of the natural cuisine. Plant-based foods find greatest favor, but as you might imagine from a region famous for its fjords, fish takes center stage too. Meat is firmly on the menu, as long as it's wild or free-range in origin and eaten sparingly. But if you love root veg, including potatoes, fruit and cod, you're basically already halfway to Nordic nirvana. To sample the very best of Nordic cuisine, head for famed Copenhagen restaurant Noma, where founders Klaus Meyer and René Redzepi are serving up their own rather elegant take on the hunter-gatherer meal plan. If you're lucky enough to get a table, you can expect truly regional cuisine, often served on shells or foraged branches for added authenticity. There's plenty of research to suggest that a Nordic diet could improve your health. In 2014, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition published the results of a study conducted in Denmark that concluded that a diet based on the new Nordic principles produces weight loss and blood pressure reductions in centrally obese individuals. And if the benefits to your waistline aren't enough to convince you to switch, the news that the Nordic diet may also be better for the planet might just help tip the balance, as Danish researchers say that converting to the diet will also lead to a decrease in greenhouse emissions. Anyway, join us later this week for another Bank of Cardiff newscast, and remember that all of our newscasts are available on our website. That's bankofcardiff.com/newscasts.